Taurus, I am Jess from the Nimbi, bringing you a timeless tarot message. This message is intended to find you when you need to hear something within it most. It's a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. Let's go ahead and get started with an overall energy for this reading. Universe, angels, spirits, guides, ancestors, aliens, please give me the message that this Taurus or this viewer needs to hear most at this time on their journey. Message for Taurus. Taurus, any placement, cross watchers are always welcome. Really, I intend that if you need to hear something within this message, it will find you regardless of your placement. So keep that in mind, guys. Let's see. Overall energy for Taurus. Apparently cards really want to be shuffled. Okay. Taurus. Overall energy for Taurus, please. And thank you. Thank you. What do we got? Solitude, 13. The 13 is breaking down to a 4, which to me talks about building solid foundations. This is in a swamp, though. I feel like these solid foundations are... There's something to do with water here, and something a little like murky, swampy, not very clear. We're gonna have to see what this is all about, but that's definitely coming through. Is like I'm hearing squishy, like something is squishy. Something needs to be a little giving in order for there to be a solid foundation. Something needs to absorb. There's like an absorption, like I like see a shock, like compressing. There's something to that. It's coming through pretty vividly. Let's see what wants to come out, Taurus. Be forgiving. Be forgiving. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what that's about, but we'll find out, I suppose. All right, Taurus, what message do we have for Taurus today? Message, thank you. The Hierophant, that's your card. This talks about structures, traditions. Oh, look at that. The Ten of Cups was hiding underneath that. Yeah, this talks about structure and tradition, right? And then we got the Ten of Cups, which talks about like complete fulfillment on an emotional level in your heart space. So there's this also can talk about commitment, you know, really like what's the word, marriage? Marriage, like a solid commitment, really like stepping up and like taking something to the next level is the message coming through here. Interesting. All right. All right, what else do we have for Taurus, please? Stepping it up is what I'm hearing. Stepping it up. There's still a need for some kind of forgiveness. It doesn't have to be an apology. It's like a, you know, like how a trampoline like absorbs somebody falling and it's like kind of forgiving. It's like that sense, like a soft, squishy. Keeps coming through. Okay. The Six of Cups on its side. I do read sideways cards. To me, they are sleeping energy. So it's an energy that's around and present. It's just not focused on. It's not blocked. It's just not really, it's sleeping. Nothing's really happening with it. So there's this sense of like the Six of Cups talks about looking into the past. Reminiscing can also talk about like apologies, things of that nature. So there's something, I feel like something from the past is being like pushed aside. Interesting. So what else do we got? Thank you. The Ace of Pentacles. All right, that talks about a new tangible beginning in something. Let's get one more card, Taurus. One more card for Taurus, please. Thank you. The Emperor. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so the Emperor is, he builds really solid foundations, right? He's not going to build his empire in a marsh, is kind of how it's coming through. It's like being really strategic, but also, okay, having forgiving emotions. So really accepting emotions. There is something about water coming through, this water energy, the feelings, the emotions. He doesn't look like he's very warm and fuzzy or like emotive. Maybe that's why the Six of Cups is on its side. Somebody doesn't want to address their emotions. Okay. The High Priestess. Yeah, that talks about secrecy. Secrecy also can talk about intuition. Which is interesting. Like, we have the 10 of Cups here on the table, which is complete emotional fulfillment. But there's a sense of like, oh, okay, you feel unstable in your emotions, or somebody feels unstable in their emotions. Somebody's trying to control some kind of situation, but that sense of control is not, it doesn't help build something solid. There's a need to balance the control aspect with a feminine energy of kind of surrender, of giving into intuition. Okay, interesting. Let's see. I want to use this deck. Let's go ahead and start by clarifying that High Priestess. As soon as I saw, and I'm going to mention this, when I saw this Solitude card, it kind of spoke to me of the Tower. It's just this big tower. It specifically looks like a tower in like a Lenormand deck, which talks about solitude, right? Isolation. There's something to that. This tower, this tower, it needs to be broken down. Something needs to be broken down because this foundation is unstable. It's unstable. It's too squishy. It's too squishy. Okay. It's like there needs to be a balance between like stability and like emotion. There's something about that. Okay. The World is on the bottom of the deck. That's a completion of a cycle. That would be a very balanced energy. Let's talk about this High Priestess. Holy smokes. Okay. Temperance in reverse. And the 10 of Pentacles. And I just saw the Hierophant as I was shuffling there. Okay. So Temperance in the upright talks about, you know, healing, balance, patience. That's the other word. I was like stuck in a feeling. That was weird. Healing, patience, balance. Those are all messages coming through here. It's in the reverse. It's a block energy. There's this kind of restless energy coming through here, as well as like this sense of like something not being completed. I feel like somebody hasn't let healing happen, hasn't really like focused on that balance because they've been focused on their pentacles, which is good. It's been that stability, right? Building something really stable is coming through, but there's a sense of imbalance. There's almost this sense of lack. Like, I'm surprised that the Four of Pentacles didn't come out. But there's this kind of feeling of something is out of balance because somebody's spending all their time focusing on the exterior and not focusing on the interior. But that interior voice is getting louder and louder and louder. It's like you can only ignore it for so long. Yeah, the Five of Swords underneath there. It's like the hollow victory. It's self-deception. It's you know, you can only ignore that for so long. I feel like this message keeps coming up for you guys, Taurus, about like kind of pushing something away, but it like really wants to be dealt with. And I think you know that. I think you know that this solitude is unsustainable. Interesting. Okay. The Five of... What is that? Oh, that's the Hierophant. He's number 5. But that's the Hierophant. Hierophant, your card, Taurus. Let's see what comes out. Hierophant, thank you. 4 of Swords. That's a lot of cards. All right, we got the 7 of Swords. All right, the 7 of Swords, the 4 of Swords, the 3 of Wands, and the Princess of Swords. That 4 of Swords is really coming out. Healing, the healing energy from heartache is really coming out. It feels like somebody's like trying to like this, the way this guy is, he looks like he's doing a little dance almost and leaving these two swords behind. It's like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, I'll come back for that later, but I'll give you this little song and dance in the meantime. It's like distraction. There's this sense of distraction. That's what it is. It's the distraction from healing. Healing hasn't occurred because there's been some kind of distraction happening. Somebody is waiting for something better to come in, some kind of message to come in, or they're waiting to give some kind of message to gain some kind of clarity. There's this sense of waiting. It's like you see the ships on the horizon, but you're just waiting to take action, trying to gather some kind of information, because you feel that that would build a solid foundation. Okay. There's this sense of the commitment thing is coming through again. This sense of like a higher level commitment is coming through. But there's this sense of like waiting. You don't feel like you're worthy is coming out. Why don't you feel worthy, Taurus? It's like you're waiting for something. Maybe you're waiting to heal a situation, but you're not actually healing it. It feels like you're kind of distracting yourself from it. So, you know, I don't know how you expect movement or clarity or insight if you're being distracted. There's a sense of duty, needing to take care of something. There's a like kind of a higher level contract you feel like you are needing to take care of, but it's not allowing you to heal. The focus is that you need to heal on something. It's not just gonna, you can't just look out on the horizon forever and think that clarity is gonna come to you. Like, she's never gonna progress if she always stays dressed in this dress, right? Ever. She's never gonna. She'd have to like stop and take off the dress and like, you know, stop fooling herself. Let's talk about the Ten of Cups. Holy smokes. That's a lot of cards, Taurus. All right, let's see. I need a little more space. I'll scoot the dinosaur back. All right. The Princess of Cups, okay? The Queen of Swords, the Five of Cups, and Justice in the reverse. Oh, and the Chariot. Dang. Okay. This Princess of Cups, it's almost like she's manifesting this fish in the cup. It's like super glowy, and it looks like it's coming from out behind her. She's touching her heart space. It's like she's manifesting this. This princess is manifesting whatever this is, this offer, this new love, some kind of apology, a gift. It could be a gift. Interesting that it's coming through that way. There's this sense of like some new feelings coming out. Okay. Yeah, finally connecting with that heart space and letting the feelings out and letting them manifest. Interesting. I feel like somebody's been stuck in this cold place, or this is who they need to express these feelings to. So there's either, it's going to be different for everybody. So this is either this love, this newly kind of embodied love coming through is needing to be expressed to this Queen of Swords, or somebody that you view as very cold, cutting, like somebody you don't really want to approach and like offer this fish to, because you just feel like she's just going to like cut you out and move on with her day. But this could also be just having clarity, having some kind of truth, creating like kind of a safe space, creating like a safe headspace to allow you to feel your emotion. Yeah, okay. I feel like somebody doesn't feel very safe. They feel like they've lost a lot, and they're focused on the pain. They're focused on these three cups that haven't worked out, and they're not really looking at these cups behind him. He's staring at the river of sorrows here, and doesn't, like, you know, it's almost like there's this lack of movement, being stuck in apathy, regret, remorse. There's a sense that there's movement wanting to happen, movement to get away from this situation, but something is still out of balance. This balance is really like coming through in many ways. It does feel like a balance between the head and the heart space. There's needing to be there's like got to be a willpower to move forward in this situation. This charioteer, he is trying to balance these two energies, the light and the dark, to move forward, to gain momentum, to like move towards something different. There's something that's out of balance still that's preventing that movement. Somebody's not being honest with themselves is what I'm hearing. Okay. Let's that's funny. The Six of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. Talks about balance. Oh my god, because like we didn't get enough of that yet, right? Let's talk about the Six of Cups, please. Six of Cups, thank you. The Wheel, okay. The Sun and the Four of Cups. Something is shifting. Somebody is finding some clarity. Somebody is gonna see that they were focused on something that wasn't working and denying opportunities from coming into their reality. Just flat out like not even accepting that it's even a possibility. There's kind of this sense of that. So somebody's like somebody didn't receive something that was trying to come in for them. I feel like this is from the past. They're kind of stuck there. They're not really looking at that quite yet. I feel like that needs to be healed. Whatever that issue is, which is why the Six of Cups is on its side, it's not being addressed because you're not looking at it. But there is something from the past that is kind of hanging you up. There's a need to create movement, the Wheel of Fortune, to create movement in this situation, to move out of this kind of stagnant energy into a new like momentum, to gain momentum, because that's going to bring you clarity. That's going to bring you clarity. That's going to bring you happiness. That's going to bring you everything under the sun. It's going to allow something to sprout. There's something from the past that needs to be addressed in order to have this movement, this momentum that wants to come through. Let's talk about this Ace of Pentacles, please. Tell me about the Ace. Thank you. The Prince of Wands and the Six of Cups. Prince of Wands right now is, he's this kind of in and out energy, but he's very passionate. He's incredibly passionate. So it's like maybe you were in and out from some kind of situation in the past, and you're realizing that, and it's like you want to correct that. This is clarifying the Ace of Pentacles. This is like some kind of new tangible beginning. Maybe you want to correct this this kind of flighty energy, this in and out energy. You do feel very passionate about somebody, or somebody feels very passionate about you, but they weren't very stable. They weren't very solid. They didn't have anything tangible to offer. That I think is maybe tied to the Six of Cups. So whatever that Six of Cups is for you, it could be somebody else around you, but just, take it how it fits. There's this energy of wanting to kind of correct that flighty energy, that in and out energy, by bringing in some kind of like solid offer, some kind of new beginning. Okay. In a tangible sense. Look at that. The Ace of Pentacles is on the bottom of this deck. Let's talk about this Emperor, please. Tell me about the Emperor for Taurus. Thank you. The Eight of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Somebody was left out in the cold. Somebody walked away from something that they had put a lot of work into. I feel like they did this to work on themselves. Now you're coming through, though, as this Emperor energy. So I feel like that work has been done. Like there's this sense of really owning yourself, sorry about that, guys. Really owning your decisions. To walk away from a situation and leave somebody out in the cold, or leave yourself out in the cold. There's this sense of self-mastery coming through here, and I think you've accomplished that, Taurus, because you are now coming through as this Emperor energy. I do think that there is a need to bring in more emotion into your world, and then as I look down, I see the Two of Cups, so that just kind of further reinforces that feeling. And it needs to be like shared. There's this healing energy to this Two of Cups that I'm feeling. There's something that needs to be healed. There's some kind of balance that needs to be created between like the tangible world, the thought space, this kind of like building your foundation, and how you feel. And I feel that actually right now is very out of balance because you're just straight not looking at or addressing something from the past. You're never going to move forward. I mean, I'm not going to say never, but you're probably not going to move forward in a very successful way if this issue, whatever it is, does not get addressed. Interesting. Okay. It is a very healing Two of Cups, this one. Yeah, there's a lot of conflict around this. This is healing, though. That caduceus right there is very healing energy in this union. Yeah, there's a lot of internal turmoil about this, and I think that's why you're not looking at it, or maybe just you think that there's a lot of turmoil around it, so it's like preventing you from looking at it, but really it's going to heal something and allow movement. Interesting. Let's grab you some advice, Taurus. Advice for Taurus. The Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles. I had to look. Okay. The Lovers and the Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a choice. You need to make a choice. That's what the Lovers card is all about. It's also about union, like that Two of Cups, but it's ultimately a choice. All right, let's see. Yeah, the Three of Swords. I can feel that energy in here. There is some kind of heartache happening. Okay, let's see. What advice do we have? Thank you. Oh my God. All right. It's a lot of cards. All right. So we have the Ten of Swords, the Moon. Can you see that? No. Scoot it all over. Ten of Swords, the Moon. The Knight, oh wait, I want to do it like that. Knight of Swords in reverse, the Page of Swords, and the Six of Swords. Something ended, but you didn't get a lot of clarity out of the situation. You're still kind of like not really dealing with your emotions. There's a sense of repressed emotion. There's a sense of stagnation. There's a sense that you feel like you need to gather more information. But really, I think what you're being called to do is to move, to trust the flow of the universe, to be guided into something calmer. Interesting. Yeah. Let's see. The Knight of Wands on the bottom of the deck. Yeah, follow your heart, you know. Be passionate. Be willing to go after something that makes you happy. All right, let's see. I'm going to grab you a fortune. There is a prospect of a thrilling time ahead for you. Nice. I'm going to put that right there on that moon because I feel like you're not seeing it. You're kind of stuck somewhere. So yeah, best of luck to you, Taurus. I think that all you need to do is address something from your past and you'll be like free to move. Yeah. All right. I hope that this content resonated with you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment below. I always love to hear from you guys. And until next time, sending so much love and light. Bye.